She came to LA to fulfill her dreams of becoming a dancer. But was there a devil waiting for her in the city of angels? Let's find out right now. Happy Terror Tuesday, my Cajun cuties. Yes, it's me, Anne-Marie, aka the Cajun Crime Queen from Carencro, Louisiana. Cajun born, Cajun bred, and when I die, I'll be Cajun dead. I hope after this video that you like, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to press on that notification bell so you never miss a video from me, Anne-Marie. I hope you have a beverage. I hope you have a snuggle partner or a snuggle fur partner. Those are the best. And you are ready to hear a true crime story with yours truly. And as always, how are y'all doing on this beautiful Tuesday evening? I hope y'all having a great night so far. I hope y'all getting those exercises in. I hope y'all getting those tickers up. I hope that y'all drinking water, staying hydrated, because as always, I want you to live forever. And if you get those exercises in first thing in the morning, you are going to have an amazing day. Trust me, I promise you. And this week, we are going to be talking about Hollywood murders, and as well as next week, because as y'all know, in just 2 weeks, I leave for Hollywood for my birthday, which I'm so elated about. I'm beyond excited to go to Hollywood. So I'm going to do Hollywood murders this week and next week. And today, we are going to start off with Stephanie Moseley. Stephanie Moseley was born February 14th, 1984 in Vancouver, Canada. How amazing is it to be born on the most loving day of the year, Valentine's Day? Stephanie was raised by her single mother, Debbie. And it was said that Stephanie was dancing before she could even walk. So at the age of 2, her mother, Debbie, enrolled Stephanie into dance classes where Stephanie thrived. She loved ballet. She was an amazing and talented dancer at just a tender age of 2. Stephanie competed in several dance competitions throughout her youth and won several awards as a teenager, and was even invited to dance at Disneyland in Tokyo as a teenager. That's how talented Stephanie was. And at the age of 18, yes, 18 in 2002, Stephanie decided to move to the wonderful city of Los Angeles, California, where she wanted to pursue her dreams as a dancer. Now, I'm going to stop right there because I think it is amazing to follow your heart and follow your dreams and move at such a young age of 18 to a huge city like LA. But Stephanie knew she wanted bigger and better things for herself. So she packed up, had no friends, knew no one, and moved to LA where she could pursue her dreams. And she wanted to learn the business and wanted to be even more talented than she already was. And boy, did she ever pursue those dreams. Stephanie Moseley's first friend when she arrived in LA was Eva Marcel. And we all know Eva Marcel as winning America's Next Top Model in 2004. Eva was beautiful like Stephanie. These two girls were strikingly beautiful, gorgeous girls. They were inseparable. And the two made a pact that they were going to learn the business and become stars together, which they did. Stephanie Moseley auditioned to be a backup dancer for Madonna. She did not make it, but she did make the final round, which in my opinion is pretty much making it. Because if you make the final round to be a backup dancer for Madonna, that is a huge deal. Stephanie didn't give up there. She wanted to be a backup dancer for very talented artists. And boy, was she ever. She was a backup dancer for Britney Spears, Janet Jackson, Rihanna, J-Lo, Chris Brown, and the queen bee herself, Beyonce. Stephanie was always working harder, striving, wanted to be the best dancer ever. She also got her huge, big break in 2006 when Jamie Foxx handpicked her. Yes, handpicked her to play his wife on his special, Jamie Foxx Unpredictable. She was absolutely incredibly excited, and to be handpicked by Jamie Foxx was huge. But Stephanie did not stop there. She had several guest appearances on several films, such as Mirror Mirror, Snow White, Once Upon a Time, Twilight Breaking Dawn, and she was a cheerleader alongside Ashley Tisdale in the show Hellcats. She loved performing, but her true love was dancing. Stephanie Moseley was one of the most sought after backup dancers in the industry. She stayed focused, she worked hard, and always wanted to be better than she was the night before. She loved dancing and loved performing. She was an amazing dancer, very, 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 very talented. But family was first. Stephanie visited her family in Vancouver, Canada several times a year. She was very close to her mother and wanted to stay in touch with family and friends. So throughout the year, Stephanie returned to Canada to spend time with mainly her mother, but to have fun with her family and friends. And in 2008 was her biggest break when she landed a role on VH1's Hit the Floor, where she was on the show for several episodes and several seasons. She loved performing and loved dancing. That same year, in 2008, she married rapper Earl Hayes. Earl Hayes and Stephanie were inseparable and they loved each other. They were a beautiful couple. They were both very good looking people and they were always together. Earl Hayes was part of the money team with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, who is a champion boxer, as we all know, and Earl Hayes were extremely close and always together. But Earl Hayes was very insecure and very jealous, as well as controlling with Stephanie Moseley. Stephanie was always around very successful, talented people, and that made Earl very insecure. Earl did not like the fact that Stephanie was around all of these good-looking men, and he started to want to control Stephanie, telling her what to do, where to go, who to see, what she can and can't do. And Stephanie did not like that. The marriage was extremely rocky. It was said that Stephanie was unfaithful and they separated for 2 years, then got back together. Stephanie wanted to end things according to several people, but she did not want to hurt Earl Hayes. But several people did say that Stephanie wanted out. She wanted to be out. She didn't want to be in the marriage anymore. She wanted to break free of the chains that she felt under. She felt that she was under lockdown because all Earl Hayes wanted to do was to control Stephanie and to tell her what to do. And Stephanie was doing her thing, y'all. She was doing her thing. Backup dancer from Chris Brown, Rihanna, Beyonce, Janet Jackson, Britney Spears. These are huge names. And she was going to stop at nothing to fulfill her dreams. Earl Hayes had even threatened to kill himself if Stephanie left him. Stephanie was so worried all the time that if she left, that Earl was going to hurt himself. And I'm going to pause right there. As you all know, I am a victim of domestic violence. And if someone is telling you that they are going to hurt themselves if you leave them, you have to say to yourself, I cannot keep hurting myself so this person doesn't hurt themselves. You cannot live like that. You have to be in control and you have to be happy. You have to worry about yourself first. Before anyone else, you have to worry about yourself. You know, on a plane, when the flight attendant says, put your oxygen mask on first, then assist your children or assist others, you have to take care of yourself first so you can be a better person for other people. And Stephanie wasn't doing that. She was so worried that Earl Hayes was going to commit suicide if she left, so she stayed with him. She was that worried. And in around the 2000s, around this time, Earl had a song called Suicide with several disturbing lyrics. I'm going to leave the link to the song in the comments down below. But I think, in my opinion, that Earl Hayes was very unstable. And he showed how unstable he was on December 8th, 2014. Earl Hayes picked up the phone and FaceTimed Floyd Mayweather. And according to Floyd Mayweather, when he did his interview, he said that Stephanie as well as Earl were very intoxicated. In his opinion, they had been up all night. It was around 6, 7 a.m. in the morning. Floyd said he heard gunshots, and then Earl shot himself. The neighbors called 911 saying they heard at least 10 gunshots. The police swarmed the apartment. They walked in. They found 30-year-old, beautiful Stephanie Moseley with several gunshots, deceased in the bathtub. And not far away from her in the bed was Earl Hayes, who had a single gunshot wound to his head. Earl had murdered Stephanie and then took his own life. How sad is that? And the worst part of this, it was said, there's no truth to this, but that Eva Marcel had to identify her best friend Stephanie Moseley's body. How traumatic is that? How sad is that if Eva had to go through that? I cannot believe this happened. I cannot believe that Earl Hayes was that insecure and that worried about Stephanie leaving him that he decided he had to resort to murder and suicide. And that is very, very, very scary that Stephanie Moseley was in that situation. Did Stephanie see the signs? Did Stephanie see the warnings? We don't know. But according to several people, she was happy around that time. No one saw any of huge red flags going off anywhere. So we don't know what happened in that apartment that day for Stephanie to be murdered and for Earl to take his own life. My final thought, I always give y'all my final thought. And my final thought is, I believe that Earl Hayes was very unstable. I believe that Earl Hayes had several thoughts of committing suicide, maybe even before he met Stephanie. To make a song about suicide and about ending it all, it shows me that he had thoughts about this for several years. He was very, very depressed and very worried about Stephanie and worried that she was going to be cheating on him. And I'm going to pause right there and I'm going to tell y'all, a lot of times, if it's true that Stephanie Moseley was unfaithful, in my opinion, they should have just parted ways. They should have just been done. A lot of times people that are in relationships that have been unfaithful to their partners and get back together, the partner that was cheated on, the faithful partner, can't handle it. They bring it up constantly. They worry constantly. Every time that person goes get their nails done, every time that person goes drinking with their buddies, they are constantly thinking they are being unfaithful. It is very hard to get back that trust once it's broken. It's like a crumbled up piece of paper. No matter how much you try to straighten that piece of paper out, it will always be crumbled and that trust will always be lost. I know I have been cheated on. I'm sure a lot of you have been cheated on. In my opinion, I'm done. I'm walking away. Why? Because I know in my mind I couldn't live with it. And I wouldn't want to be mad at that person all the time and torturing that person every day. Like, why did you do this? Why did you do that? And worried about where they're going 24/7. And I think Earl was that insecure, was that depressed. Because if it's true that Stephanie cheated on him, it threw him over the edge. It threw him way over the edge. And something happened, in my opinion, that morning in that apartment to throw Earl Hayes over the edge. But what happened? Did he find something on Stephanie's phone? Or was he just sitting there in his thoughts and worried something could be happening? What happened that day to throw Earl Hayes over the edge? And I'm going to tell y'all, from what I've been through in my past relationships. It is not worth it to end your life over someone else. And it is not worth it to stay in a relationship with someone so they don't hurt themselves. Stephanie Moseley did not deserve to be murdered. She had her whole life ahead of her. She was beautiful. She was extremely talented. She was a wonderful, sweet, caring person. She did not deserve to get murdered like she was trash. And if Earl Hayes thought that this is what he wanted to do, why did he have to take Stephanie down with him? This case brought several tears to my eyes because I've been through a lot, which I'm going to get in with y'all one day when I'm ready, because I'm still healing from past trauma. But being in a toxic relationship will drain your body. And Stephanie did not want to leave Earl because she was so worried he was going to do something, and he did do something to her and himself. So please, please always be careful, y'all. Always. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. I hope that y'all like, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to press on that notification bell so you never miss a video from me, Anne Marie. And as always, stay safe. Always be aware of your surroundings. Always know, and I'm serious, always know that y'all can message me. Y'all can email me. I'm always here for y'all. Anything that y'all need, I'm here for you. And remember that mental health is real and people do need help. Mental health can hurt yourself and can hurt other people. So always remember that there's always a way you can get help. You can always seek help. And as always, thank you all for the love and support, and for you.